See?
What?
Did you see there's a dolphin?
What are you talking about?
On the moon.
On the what? No.
Winona's she's very interested. It's like, she really wants it.
Winona's the star of every podcast we have.
So cute. I just love how she uses her paws. Like little hogs.
So, I've already had an idea of what this podcast is called.
Mm-hmm.
This is my wife's favorite podcast. Pretty good, right? It's a good name. It's a good name. Alright, I already spilled some wine, so. This podcast not brought to you by Cloudy Bay from New Zealand.
Clink, clink.
Clink, son. Okay, so we were talking about the rocks that were from a seance around
It's
the
right
pool.
there.
Where's it? Oh, the ones
They
that look like
left the
Budweiser bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, these ones are kind of
Identical to a cracked Budweiser bottle. The brown, like, kind of amber hue.
It's amber. So I was gonna say amber because it's growing up playing Pokemon. It's a Firestone, and that's what evolves Vulpix. So yeah, it's a Firestone, son. Dude, you get dude, get all of that. Get all of it.
Itchy dog.
So this is the first time you've ever been on, at least in our home, on microphone, huh?
I've actually never been on microphone.
That's what I'm saying. This is your first time.
Yeah.
Why don't you like being on microphone and or video?
I think it's the whole concept. I know it have someone to speak to, but I think it's strange that in a way I'm speaking to someone that's not here. You know?
Yeah.
So I kind of...
You're having the conversation, but who's listening isn't here.
Exactly. So it's kind of strange. I feel like I'm talking to you, but I'm not only talking to you. Mm-hmm. And it's just, it's a strange scenario for me to like, I don't know. It kind of makes me uncomfortable.
That's fair, I guess. Kind of. I don't know.
It's the same as I've always felt weird. Just like, you know how some people record themselves like talking to the phone?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I do it all the time.
Yeah, I can't.
You can't talk into a phone?
I'm sure I've done it before. Maybe when I was younger, but like being older and like really realizing that I'm talking to a phone, strange to me.
Yeah, but you've never done like the Instagram video where you're like talking to your like the phone or anything like that?
No. The only time that I've been close to that,
I haven't seen you do too many of those.
The only time it was with my boss and family friend Amber. I was watching the Hilary Duff movie and I recorded just like a song from it, and she sent me a private message of herself like singing a Hilary Duff song, and I'm a huge I love Hilary Duff, and so we just went back and forth singing like Hilary Duff songs to each other, and
that's like the closest.
Yeah.
Was that on your like story or is that just like
private messages?
Yeah, that's not too much. I feel like I do that so much, especially like in my car, like I do.
Which is really dangerous, by the way, might I add?
Yeah, I mean, is
it when you're stopped?
For the most part, it's like when I'm stopped, but then there's also like the other 75% when I'm like driving. Only because like when I'm doing that, it's like 75% off the top, right? Where I'm like, I'll have like a dope ass rap like in my head, and I'm like, yeah, you can't stop me. I'm being me. I just hit this tree, and I ain't talking about Bartleby or like whatever it is. But then there's like
you just hit this tree literally because you're driving and you're recording.
Yeah, no. But then there's like the other 25% where I'm like thinking about it, and then when I'm like, oh fuck, that's it.
Does it not distract you though when you're driving?
I've been a distracted. I mean, I grew up in an age where like iPhones became very prevalent, like driving.
Mhm.
Like when
So
you
you
started
can
driving,
take,
like like phones were a very like prevalent thing, so you just know how to
but I
operate
feel like
doing
it's a whole
both.
different thing if you're like also just like that's
Dude,
even
I
more than
mean,
multitasking because you're rapping and recording yourself and
no, I
there's
mean,
like,
I'm just like holding the thing down, like it's not like I've got like I'm like making sure that the lighting is good and everything. Like I'm just taking the
okay,
video. Yeah, I'm just holding something, but I'm still driving. You know what I'm
okay,
saying?
good.
I mean,
I personally I worry sometimes.
no,
I'm
I mean,
like,
it's definitely not legal, but
this fool better
it's
not get in
not.
a car accident.
Yeah, it's not like a thing that I'm like I could probably get in an accident for. You
Okay.
know?
Just checking.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool for sure.
I haven't taken like selfies are kind of strange for me too because I think I
Mm.
got to a time like I'm in a time that I realize how egotistical social media can become.
Yeah. What do you mean egotistical? Like the bright side of everyone's social media, or like everyone's trying to pump themselves up type deal?
Both. Um, because I was posting a lot of just like selfies and everything,
Mm.
and
And all the thirsty dudes on your Instagram fucking
yeah,
love that shit.
yeah. And so I was like, I mean, I feel like that's
Yeah.
also I I was feeding my ego,
Mm.
you know.
By them thirsty ass dudes being like, "Dang son."
And the likes, I feel like they like likes to boost it, and
Yeah.
so
I feel like thirsty dudes, if you're a single chick, they'll comment on it. But if you're someone that's like in a relationship or like they're not too sure, like they'll just like it in like the masses. Like if you're in a relationship, you get way more likes. But if you're not in a relationship, like if you're a single chick, like posting like selfies or fucking like booty pics or whatever on Instagram, like dudes are out there like commenting like a
yeah,
motherfucker because
because
they're
why
like,
not?
yeah, they're like, damn girl, like eating your Wheaties, son, and you're like, hell yeah, motherfucker, like your comment, no reply.
Has she sniffed the microphone
Fucking, she's knocked down microphones like
before?
3 times.
Oh,
Um,
me.
but yeah, I feel like thirsty dudes are like a calculated breed.
Ugh, she just burped.
Did she?
It goes both ways. Women can be thirsty too.
Dude, I don't think I'm that good looking of a dude, so maybe I haven't experienced
No, we're definitely more.
like thirsty chicks. But
We have
like,
a different way. I mean, some of us are brave enough to comment, but usually it is likes and
see, I
messages.
feel like it's a subliminal way as
Yeah.
compared to dudes like, damn, you're hot. You're like, that's not fucking cool, son.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's also because it's always been the idea that men are supposed to make their first move, you know?
That's sexist as
It
shit.
is. It is. But I feel like because men have always had that like bigger role, like women have always been seen as like passive and
Mm,
which isn't. I mean, that's just how it I feel like it's been
yeah,
constructed, which isn't typically
yeah.
right. But
I'm saying all genders step it the fuck up on your
yeah,
flirting game.
if you want someone, you get out
It's
and get
fucking
it.
dude. Okay, so like, what was like the most like bold like flirting move you ever did?
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be crazy and corny. But honestly, when I first saw you, I was just ready to like
What a fucking line,
get out.
dude.
Shut the fuck up. But I was just totally like, I'm gonna get that guy.
But was it like a flirting move where you were like, I'm gonna put the fucking moves on him, and then I'm gonna do this? You know what
Nah,
I'm
it
saying?
was
Like that's what I'm saying. Like, what was like the boldest move you put on somebody? Because definitely like most the boldest move that I put on was like um fucking juggling fire and then almost borderline stalking you at that party. But I would say like fucking juggling fire, like I'm not incredibly racist, but I'm semi-racist. Like juggling fire, that's some white people shit. Like a brown dude has no like right juggling fire. But I did that shit because I was like, oh, homegirl's out here doing it. I'm gonna be out here doing it. But that was like one of the boldest moves that I made. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a bold move. You can't just be like, oh, I gotta talk to this dude, and then you're like, hey, what's up? And then it's like, psh, you know what I'm saying? That's not a bold move.
I did not have my car, and a friend had to like take me back to my car, and I came back and I got beer.
I thought that was the other way around, where you had to take homegirl to her car, and then you came back.
Mm-mm.
I've been lied to this entire way.
No, that was
no, 100%. I've always thought you had to take.
So that's not being lied to. That was in your head.
Nah, son. Every version of that story I've heard like the other way. You had to take homegirl to her car,
Marco.
and then you came back.
And also, you think that I brought Modelo, but I brought Pacifico.
What's the best conspiracy theory you've ever heard in your life?
9/11.
Which one?
The one about the bombs already being in the building.
In the building? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. You know, there's a lot of conspiracy theories that I fuck with. I don't fuck with 9/11.
I don't remember too. You mean you don't believe that it was a conspiracy?
No, like I think it's just too popular to the point to where like
because
I really don't give a shit.
Realistic. Like fuck, none of that makes fucking sense. Like how can you just like think that it was terrorism?
Still beams can't melt jet fuel. Or vice versa.
I was like, wait, still beams can't melt jet fuel. It's yeah. I don't know. I really got like sucked into conspiracies when I was like early high school.
Dude,
and I got depressed. I like didn't want to leave my house. I wanted to sit by the computer, and I was like sucked in. I like had to force myself out of it because I just was not happy.
That's rough. Yeah, no, I don't think I've ever gotten that deep. I think like the deepest that I've gotten to is like Bigfoot, but that's like something that I live by. Like
but that's kind of lighthearted still. Like I really thought like our government does suck, but I thought that we're just fucking completely fucked. We're gonna be in FEMA camps in no time. Like
it's like the stereotypical like early 2000s like conspiracy theories.
Pretty much.
There's FEMA camps everywhere, and George W. Bush is behind everything.
No, anytime I saw like those what are they called? Like they use them to like not like the storages, the big metal storages.
Like the U stores, like the pack and go type deal.
Yeah, whenever I saw those, I just thought
you were like, yo, there's dead bodies.
Pretty much.
That's fair.
And not also really. Any like songs and celebrities, I'm like,
If you had to, if there was any celebrity right now, or any famous person right now that was an alien, who do you think it would be?
Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj, really? Did I tell you about my Cardi B conspiracy theory?
Well, how like she's taking place of
Nicki
Minaj?
she's taking over Nicki Minaj's spot. And you think Nicki Minaj is an alien? Oh my god, that would actually make sense because like Nicki Minaj was put here by aliens to like gain fame, and then like now that her
Cardi
time is
B's
done,
she's expired.
Oh,
she has expired.
Son. Expiration date 2018. Done, son. Fuck, dude. 2-for-1 special. Who do you think would win in a fight? Nicki Minaj, Cardi B?
Fuck, it's unfortunate. Like, I want to say Nicki Minaj, but Cardi B for sure. Did you see her throw that fucking shoe?
But, fuck, dude. Nicki Minaj's ass could fucking deflect every shoe. Have you seen her ass?
It could be deflated.
Deflated? What?
I think it. I don't think it's
real. That's 100% pure Brazilian ass cheek, son.
I don't think so.
No?
I think it grew.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a fucking science experiment for sure, but like, Jesus Christ, son.
What's that one video that I'm so obsessed with of hers?
Of Nicki Minaj?
Yeah.
Or Cardi B?
Nicki Minaj, when it's like with one of her first ones where it's just all about butts. And
Anaconda?
Like, oh, I love that video so much. One of my favorite, just all of that booty. Like, unrealistic booty.
You know, like, it's so like as a dude, you see that and you're like, damn, that's a big butt. And then you're like, damn, that's just like a completely like unrealistic ass. Like you're like if you were to see that in person, you're like, I think that's so I don't even know what to do.
Universal because dudes and women.
Yeah, like even women's like, fuck, did you see that ass? You're like, oh, that's Nicki Minaj. And you see her ass and you're like,
but you just said it yourself, unrealistic.
I mean, it's fucking, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're just like, I don't know, son. Like, that's just, nah.
It's interesting. I like watching butts move. I like watching butts move.
I like the way butts look and how they move. If you could have anyone's butt, who would it be?
That's an interesting question.
Yeah. Is there anyone's butt that you're just like, damn, that's it?
Not really.
Dude, me either. As much as I try to think about butts, like, so much other things that goes on.
I honestly, but when I see, like, nice bodies, I'm never like, oh, I wish I had that. Mm-hmm. It's never like that. Like, I admire it, but I'm comfortable. Like, I mean, I do want to work out.
It's because you got a thick booty, son.
Oh.
You got
you mean it?
You got a thick booty, son.
Nah, I'd like for it to be
you got them
like
cakes, son. You put them birthday cakes together. You got blowing candles out.
I'm flattered. All right, thank you.
I'm flattered. Stop, but keep going. What other cakes you got? You got them
If anything, I feel like it.
October? Is there any October cakes? No, there's no cakes during Halloween.
There's.
Oh wait, no, it's next one.
Pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie is like Thanksgiving for sure.
Yeah.
October.
Oh, I feel like there is though. Like I feel like any type of spices. Like spice pie, is that a thing or spice?
Is pumpkin spice pie or cake a thing?
I feel like that's like ASMRs or something.
Do you want to hear us do ASMR wine? Let us know. Drop it in the comments, son.
That was my imitation.
Is that Mario?
No, that was wine pouring into my cup.
It's my Mario impression. You know who I look like? I wish I looked like though? Mario Lopez. He's kind of in the face. He's got a great jawline. Other than that, I'd be alright without. Just a great jawline. You know? So, hold on. So, to actually speak truth on this, so, like, my nose. I think I got a big round nose, right? I wish my nose was just, like, less round. That's it.
Okay.
That's the only feature about myself that I can be like, if there was anything that I would change, it would be my round nose. Like, just make it a little bit more, like, fucking even it. I don't know how,
Yeah, it's your face.
but it's just,
It's fitting.
and
And
my,
also your whole family has it, so I think that's
oh, dude, it's
special. Like,
definitely my mom's nose, but at the same time, like, fuck, dude, just like chisel, like, break
I
it
get
down a little
you.
bit, son.
I love it. But I have small eyes, but I also have hooded eyes. And when the bone it goes further out.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a smaller eyelid, and I already have small eyes. So like sometimes in pictures, like I just look fucking pissed off, like glaring.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like unless you're the one taking the picture, you're usually pissed off.
yeah, exactly. Well, no, and that's just my face, unfortunately. And that's why I don't like it. It's
Dude,
my
imagine
hooded
when you're
eyes.
actually pissed. Have you ever been? When was the last time you took a picture and you were just really not down for that picture?
Probably not since I was a teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, our wedding pictures, like, oh my god, I did not like. So we did like the first round where we were like family, but like when we were doing like solos and he was like kind of instructing us what to do.
Oh, that's so whack.
Fuck,
Also, that was so
dude, it was
like
just so fucking like corny
why?
and bland and like.
I wish he would have.
But
Okay,
like,
we have really awesome photos. Sorry,
yeah,
I'll let
no,
you continue, and then I'll say
100%.
something.
But like her hard style photo where he was like, "Whatever you guys want to do," and I was like, "Yo, we should hard style."
I saw it.
It was like whoever was like, "Yo, we should hard style," and then like that hard style photo was like the best thing we
And
did.
so we got a lot of good photos,
Mm-hmm.
but in the moment, I think that is whack, and I think that you should just be in the moment and let the couple do what they want more, because it wasn't until like fucking the 600th picture that he was like, "Oh yeah, do what you want." Like, and at this time we're already exhausted, and like
it's like, dude, I've already peed
our
behind
whole
a
wedding
rock.
party is waiting for us for the
3/4 of the party's already drunk. Like, come on, son.
Oh my goodness, yeah, for real though. Yeah. Issues. Gosh.
It's funny enough that like so in the last podcast with Jack, it was right before the wedding, and I was talking about how I was told that I couldn't get drunk, and it was just super funny to me. Like, no one has ever told me like, "Oh, dude, you can't get drunk." Like, these are your guidelines. You can't cross that threshold. And it was funny enough because on the wedding day, I felt like I was almost the most sober person there, up until like the late night where
when we
where
started
got
beer
to
bonging.
yeah. But like before then, I was like, I felt like I was on my fucking toes, ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Where were you at as far as our like wedding day? Because you were definitely saucy. I felt like you were definitely way more saucy than I was.
I kind of like level tipsy. I feel like for all of the wedding.
Level tipsy.
Yeah, like I was very close to being drunk.
Yeah.
Because there's honestly, I feel like whenever your senses, there's a lot going on, you kind of can't get drunk in a way. Like you're just like, I was all over the place, so I wasn't drinking too much. I mean, I tried to like keep a beer in my hand most of the time, but I was just like running around making sure that like we were separate a lot of the time.
Dude, yeah, that was also another thing. Like I really didn't think about that. We were fucking apart almost the entire time.
Yeah. Huh. But I'm kind of happy that we were, because those people traveled. A lot of them traveled a good amount of way for us, and
made the trip.
We still had a great time, and we had the rest of our trip together, and it was really cool when we were like all beer bonging out of the Flamingo.
Yeah, we were passing that thing around. That was really dope.
That's like I feel like that's when we reconnected. Yeah, like the only time we got together, I feel like, was for pictures with people.
Yeah. Well, I think it was with Amber and Tim where we were like up top, like taking those pictures. I felt like it was very
beer
like
into his mouth.
No. After that, like like where
I
we took the pictures, like, and they took us like.
That was nice. My aunt was up there.
Yeah. When I poured it into his face, that was like a whole another thing. That was awesome. But like when we were taking those pictures, like I think I'm almost certain right now that's my Facebook like profile picture.
It is, yeah. With me holding oh no, it was you holding
whatever
the movie.
Yeah. So like this was like a very special moment.
It is.
But
very real.
Yeah.
It's real.
Surreal, son. Getting married is like tight, but also at the same time like the wackest thing ever.
Nah, I think that's all. I'm very happy.
You think it's all
it.
tight all the time?
Yeah, it's easy to lose yourself in the materialistic side of it, and lose sight of what matters, and return kind of not appreciate and truly be in the moment. Because, like, even during the engagement, I feel like it's important to just truly appreciate the whole engagement process. Because oh my gosh, I still to this day catch myself saying fiance. I'm like, oh
dude, me
husband.
Too.
Oh, I have a husband.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, my fiance. And then I'm like, oh no, she's my wife now. Dude, I actually, like, have a bit about, it's kind of fucked up, but like,
don't spill it. Should you spill it?
No, I'm not gonna talk about the actual bit, but I'm not what the bit is, but like, getting divorced.
Oh, you already told me that.
No, but like I haven't told you actually the bit. Like the bit is actually way funnier than the actual concept, because the concept is just like, oh, this is fucking like, this is like dark, son. Like if you really think about the concept, you're like, this sucks, dick. But if you hear the actual joke, you're like, yeah. But I'm like, I think about like, oh fuck, dude, we're married now. Like, it's crazy, crazy. And like, there's even like someone that we know that is like been engaged for like years now, and I couldn't imagine being engaged for years. Granted, we were engaged for like a year and a half, but it didn't feel that long, you know?
Went by really fast. I mean, I feel like the first few months, like, I was so anxious to plan and everything, but really,
fuck, went by fast, real quick. What was your least favorite part of the wedding? Yeah, everyone wants to ask what's the favorite part of the wedding. What's the least favorite part?
Honestly, my fucking dress. Because
oh yeah, dude, your fucking titty straps kept coming undone. You were like, "Hey, strap me back," and I'm like,
it was so obnoxious and embarrassing. Like the first time it happened, like I was coming down the aisle, like, and then,
nah, you would have been way better off without it.
No, but that's honestly what sold me on this motherfucking $1,800 dress.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, fuck that dress.
Dude,
imagine your daughter, like, oh, mom, I want to wear your dress that you wear, and then you're like, oh, fucking good luck, son. You better keep your arms very close to you.
I wonder if I still have. I really hope I kept those straps.
Those straps, fuck it.
I don't know where they would be. Dude, we just took those off.
I will buy new straps, get them paid to be sewn on there.
The seamstress recommended that
button bullshit.
It was terrible.
Oh my god.
It was so terrible. So just to kind of paint a picture, so it was kind of like off the shoulder, and it was connected to the dress but by button. So if I moved my arms at all, it just completely like it came unbuttoned. So it's just like hanging off the side of my arm.
Bullshit. It was so
dumb.
And
it happened, especially like during our ceremony, it happened so like at least 6 times. And it was so it was kind of embarrassing, but more so just like an inconvenience. Like just like, dude, I'm literally trying to get married right now. I'm not trying to like fasten my dress.
Bro, I'm trying to get married. Just fucking stop this bullshit.
first and foremost.
Well, did you have any sort of weird thoughts as you were getting married?
Not at all.
No? I thought my feet were very hot.
Well, yeah, that's. I kept my shoes
Were
on
you
because they were
barefoot?
like, no, I wanted it to be, but they're like, heads up, the sand's burning hot. You don't want to do that.
Oh, fuck, they gave you a heads up?
They didn't give me one.
Yo, son, they did not. Like, so I got up there and, like, I walked my mom down and I took my shoes off and we walked down there and she sat down. And as I was standing up there, I was like, yo, this shit is hot. And even Titty was like, yo, it's like, you gotta stand in the shade. And it wasn't until, like, like, minutes after the sun, like, clouds moved or, like, some bullshit where, like, some sort of shade had hit our, like, wedding spot where I had some sort of shade. And then I was able to stand in there. But other than that, I was like, dude, my feet are burning right now. It was terrible. I was like, I should have fucking, I should have planned some fucking wedding shoes. But it was cool. It was fucking terrible, but it was cool.
And shortly after, you peed behind a rock.
Ooh. Oh my god! So can I talk about like what led up to that?
Yeah.
So like right before we got married, we went to a bar that was right across the street. It's Coronado. It's Coronado Brewing Company, which was across the street from where we were staying, and a couple friends and a couple uncles met down there.
And grandpas.
And grandpa, and shout out grandpa who's about to give me his fucking home.
I don't know.
We took a fucking, we were like drinking, we were just drinking pints. And then I was like, dude, I can only drink one before I gotta go back and do my hair and blah 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 blah. And then we ended up like taking two. I like chugged two down before like I left, and this was like 5-10 minutes before I was supposed to be down there. Like literally, like cutting it super close. Like, hey man, you have to be down there at this time. And I was like, fuck it, I got 10 minutes. I'm gonna go get a drink ski.
Well, I remember I was like up just waiting for like my ride to get there, and you're supposed to be there like well before me, and you're like downstairs yelling up.
You're like, yeah, I'll take this ride right here. We'll go. It's cool.
You're like, hey baby, you're like talking to me from downstairs. I'm like, wait, like I'm responding, but then all of a sudden I was like, wait a minute, you're here.
Yeah, you're like this.
Why are you not like at our reception where like all of our people are? Like, what are you doing?
This motherfucker. No, dude. So like, yeah. So I was like super late, and like everyone just kept buying me beers. Like 3 beers later, I was like, okay, chugged it down. I was like, all right, guys, I got to go. I gotta go do my hair. I'm out of here. And then that's when I got back to the house, went back to everything, like went back to the thing. And I had peed before I left. But I have the bladder of a like 6-year-old child that just like fucking found its penis. Dude, I don't know. Like I have the weakest bladder known to man. So like I get there, like my mom and I rode there together because homeboy like taxi like driver.
You were so late that my ride was there.
Yeah, no. So like your driver was there, and then like he was like, "Oh, who's going?" And I was like, "Oh, it's us." And I went with my mom. So he was like, yeah, dude, no, it's like, no worries. I'll take y'all and I'll come right back. Like, no worries. And I was like, all right, fuck it. Let's roll. So we went back down there. And then as soon as I got to the spot, I was like, oh my God, I have to pee. Like, no one's business. Even though I just peed, like, at the bar. Like, pound down a beer, went to the bathroom, went right across the street. And then I had to pee again. So like it like as much as I was just like ill prepared, but I was like, dude, I took every precaution. Like that's not on beer. Me. That's beer. That's beer. That's good beer, right? Flowing through me. And then yeah, just peed behind a rock. I had to.
Like, literally.
It was that.
You can even stand up straight because they're little. I mean, they're big rocks compared to like regular rocks, but it was a boulder, and he had to like literally squat.
There was no way.
The photographer, it was like midst of taking pictures, and there's Marco just in the distance. Like, you could see his upper body because it looked like he was just sitting on the rock, but he was speaking.
Dude, there's no way. There was no way. Like, as soon as I crouched down to try to pee, I was like, nah, there's no way to make this look like I'm just peeing. Like, it was like me, like in like a spider, just like peeing, and I was like, yeah. This is not like incognito at all.
Conspicuous.
I thought about running into the ocean. And then I was like, nah, it'd ruin all pictures.
See, that's the go-to. You judged me today for just putting Bonnie in the water because she had to pee. Dude, she was like peeing on herself. Like,
no, dude, that's
just
different.
pee in the water.
No, son, I'm a grown-ass adult. Like,
well, see, no.
But then, so like the vice versa. So like, after I had peed on the boulder, I had to like close it up real quick because I'm in public, right? So when I did that, there was just a little bit on my shorts, right? But it was to the point to where it's like you could see short versus pee.
What if you could have gotten a ticket for like public indecency
on your
wedding day?
No, that's what I was thinking. Like, so that's the ultimate nightmare. But like I had gotten a little bit of just dribble, you know, where you're just like peeing real quick, where you're just gonna pull it back in and just like done. But so I had pulled it back in, and I had gotten a little bit on my shorts, and then there's a point where I was covering up my shorts.
And the photos?
People. Yeah, no. Like, I had people stand in front of, like, me, or I was just, like, you know, I'm almost certain I had family pictures or some sort of pictures taken from a certain side because I had, like, pee spots on my shorts that were still wet, and I was like, yeah, I can't have that. But it was a very real thing.
That's great.
Yeah, so that's where I was sitting at as far as our wedding pictures. Nice. Also, fuck those wedding pictures.
Yeah, but also thank you because those photos came out really good. But I just noticed that on our Ravens hat that there's a little flag on the end with a little raven.
Oh fuck, dude, I knew about that actually.
Well, I never wear it the way you're wearing it. It's always like
you never wear it backwards. I'm a fucking degenerate, so that's that. That's that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Ravens all the time.
All day. Oh, dude. So we're at like almost 40 minutes right here. You ugly bitch.
Boo! That was a very happy boo. Boo! Oh, Winnie.
Dude, we fucking smoked the Steelers today.
Oh, thank goodness.
So this is
because they fucking smoked us.
This is recorded on Sunday, September 30th, 11:30. Smoked the Steelers. Dude. So that was first of all,
they played amazing.
Such a good game. Like there hasn't been a game
right off the bat, man.
Yeah, two scores like off the back, but like I haven't seen a fucking game where it was just
you felt
so good like the entire time. Like you watch a game, you're like ups, downs, but I was like watching the game and I'm like, dude,
we got this.
I'm like, I feel good. Even when they came back, and I'm like, it's still close. Right. And then like they as the game went, and I'm like, nah, son, we're good. Like we're good. We're all right.
So Winona, she was just laying up here with her head first, and then she gave me the butt. I don't know what's going on.
Dude,
sorry.
Winona is the star of every podcast we do.
So cute. Worry. She's not even in frame. I wish she was. Because she's cute. But yeah, this game. And fuck, we fucking needed this. We, especially because our first time in Baltimore, they kicked our ass this time last year.
Oh, dude, yeah, fuck that shit. Dude, that was rough. You want the rest of this?
Do you want to top it up? I mean,
dude.
We have the same amount, so I kind of feel...
I'll go half
just split it.
I'll go half skis with you.
I'm very happy that I've grown to wine.
Dude, me too, actually. I never thought I'd be like a wino, but fucking here I am.
So, I like how everyone has different tastes. It's interesting to me, like, because some people are, like, just pure liquor because they enjoy it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And, like, I don't understand people that hate beer. That is so hard because, I mean, I understand because, of course, everyone's entitled to their own taste.
Tastes like shit.
But I fucking love it.
But at the same time, you are fucking wrong, son. You stop drinking Coors Light. Pick something that you actually like.
I can't believe I used to drink, what is it? Keystone and Natty Light. Fuck.
Nah, G. You done fucked up with that.
Even Winona is looking at me like, are you for real? Yeah, dark times.
What's the worst alcohol or beer or like any sort of like drink that you've tasted that you can possibly remember?
So one thing comes to mind. Mm-hmm. I was in, I think, probably 8th grade. I went to a friend's house and she stole one of her mom's beer. It was like a pure organic beer. And I was trying to act cool because I hadn't hung out with her before.
Yeah.
And so I just chugged like a good portion of it. And they were so proud of me, my friends, like afterwards. But I just, right after, like I took a breath. So I paused like after chugging it and they were like all proud. And then a little bit later, I like projectile vomited it all out.
It's terrible.
Yeah. And it was the worst taste back then, but I probably would appreciate it now. But then again, I was drinking Natty Light, so...
It was an easy throw up.
Yeah. Well, not easy, but it's because it was like it was stronger, you know? Because it was organic beer, so it was darker. It was more like...
Natty Light is not...
Well, no, it's light, so that's like water.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
So this beer was like an actual, like...
You think it was like an IPA back in the day, or like...
Nah, it was dark. I know it was dark. So it's just not... And it was stronger in flavor.
Mm-hmm.
And to little me back then.
Fair.
Yeah. What about you?
Truthfully, like, I did 151, like, before it was, like, regulated.
Malibu rum.
No, not Caribou, but just straight, like, I was doing shots of...
That's in that song.
151, pineapple juice, it's Caribou, it's Tech 9.
Yeah, okay.
But no, I was doing straight shots of 151.
That's so
and it came so 151 the bottle came with like almost like a, you know how bartenders have the fucking pour like fucking drip system?
Yeah.
It was the same sort of thing. So when you have 151, they regulate how you pour it instead of like most whiskeys or whatever. And I was doing shots of that. I just remember taking a shot of that, and I was like, not that I had been drinking long, but I have had like, I'm almost certain that I was like a junior or senior in high school. I had been drinking since I was like in 7th grade in middle school, right? Mm-hmm. So by that time, I've already had like a decent exposure of like alcohol. And when I had that, I was like, oh my God, this is terrible. Like, this tastes like actual gasoline.
Yeah. And
then when they explained to me what it was, I was like, oh fuck, this is actual gasoline.
It's killing my insides right now.
And so like I tasted it and I was like, this is terrible. And they told me and I was like, this is even more fucked up than I thought it was. So I think
it's also so expensive.
oh my god,
kill
yeah.
your enzymes.
Yeah, dude, fuck
Oh
all
my
that
gosh.
noise. Like
no, yeah.
so I think like that one time I've never had 151 since then, but like that one experience with 151 I think is like the worst thing I've ever had in my life. Yeah. Fuck all that noise.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah. What's the best drink you ever had though? You think you know the best drink?
That's really tough.
That's fucking hard though.
It
isn't
is. So I love beer, but right now, like as you said that, something jumped out in my head.
Yeah.
Once again, when I was younger, like underage shouldn't even be allowed in a bar. I went to a gay bar with a friend, Corona, and he got a Bloody Mary. Like some guy got him a Bloody Mary, and I just drank it, and it was so delicious. Yeah.
Someone was like, "Hey, buddy."
So he's even younger than me by a few months. But we were like super underage at this gay bar, and like he's getting hit up.
Yo, son, if someone hit me with like
what was the name of it?
If someone hit me with like a yo, what's up? Let me order you a Bloody Mary. Not in the fucking morning watching football. Get the fuck out of here. But it was
so good. Like, I've never had another Bloody Mary like it.
Because Bloody Marys actually suck dick.
So I don't know, like, what was in it.
Dick.
Shut the fuck
Mixed it with dick.
What was the name of it, man? Ugh, I can't remember. But it was so good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Dick Mary.
What about you?
I couldn't even pretend to remember. My favorite drink. I got nothing.
What about your favorite beer, or even like the 20 whatever minute?
120. Okay, so I guess like I don't know if it was like my favorite, but like the coolest experience like drinking wise was like in Austin, Texas, Tiger Lily, or no, it wasn't Tiger or
yeah, Easy Tiger.
Easy Tiger.
That was gonna be my second thing.
In the fucking beer garden, right?
Oh my gosh, it was so good. So many good beers.
That place was so dope, but they had
go to it. Easy Tiger.
Dogfish Head 120 minute, which is like my all like.
And they had
PBR fucking blah 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 blah, but fucking if PBR is here, Dogfish Head 120 minute on draft is like the fucking asterisk right next to PBR. So like that was like one of the coolest experiences. And then
is that the only time you got it on tap?
The first and only time, because before then like I've only had it maybe once or twice in bottle. But it was the first time I ever had it on tap. In which case it was fucking so delicious.
My favorite sour to this day was the Bad Owl. It was by, I don't know if it was, I think it's a brewery called Bad Owl, and we had that sour there, and it was so good.
Oh, in Austin? Same spot? Dude, Austin was just fucking gnarly. Like, so good.
I keep on leaning to the side of this. I don't know why.
You got the fucking microphone right in front of you, though. You're like,
I think it's because I like see people singing with like kind of a microphone like this, and they're just like always like.
No. No, Austin was the fucking best though. But past that, I would say that was definitely like my favorite interaction. I don't know what was the best, but like my favorite was definitely that spot, just because it was so like new. The worst was forgetting my fucking card there, and we were stuck. Both of us forgot our cards there. We were fucking stuck the entire next day. We didn't even know that we like
both did our cards, like a couple, and
we were stuck there the entire next day.
We left our cards with the bartender.
Yeah, that shit sucked, but
That's pretty funny.
That was cool.
That's very typical us, though.
Yeah, 100%.
But we never do it again.
No, we close out, like, literally, like, since then. I don't know about you.
This is the first time tonight that I haven't, and I was just, because I was sober, and I was just like, whatever.
No, but, like, legitimately, I feel like every time we go out, we're like, yeah, just close it out.
Just, yeah.
Like, anytime it's just like, oh, you want to leave it open? Like, nah, son. Close it. Close that
was
that
hilarious.
shit,
we also
son.
at that time didn't have credit cards. We were just fucked.
Yeah, dude. Like, fuck that shit. You're not going to add 20% on that.
The next day was a nice day. We didn't have any money to spend, and this.
No, we stayed in bed.
We did, and our Airbnb.
You fucking corn rolled my hair.
I did.
That shit was tight.
Yeah.
You gonna corn roll my hair tonight?
Nah, we have money, and we're not.
We have money. We're not broke like we were in Austin.
That's another level of not shit to do.
That's fair.
That's a benefit. If you ever really want to get into like a real intimate situation that you would not be in any other
lose your
instance.
cards, son. Lose.
Yeah. You literally have not shit to do.
you want to know what homegirl is like? Take her card, pretend to pay with it. Take your card, throw that shit out the window, and just see what y'all do the next day. If she's about it, then she's really fucking about you, son. If not, son, you know what? You should hop back on Tinder. You know? That's all I got for you.
I think that new dating apps are a good thing.
So have I ever told you about my thoughts on like when Tinder first came out?
No.
I thought fucking Tinder was about to change the game, son. Mm-hmm. Like when Tinder came out, I thought like it was gonna be like Match.com or like eHarmony, like.
I mean, just the name though doesn't sound like that. It sounds Grindr was first, and then it came Tinder, and it's still
Tinder was definitely first.
Grindr was first.
Grindr was not.
Look it up. I don't know. I heard about Grindr first through my friend.
You aren't even confident in your fucking.
I'm pretty confident.
When the fuck did Tinder come out? Come on, son. You are.
Winona has one white whisker.
Yeah, dude, because she's the old ass bitch.
No, that doesn't have anything to do with it, actually.
22, 12. When the fuck
do you think that the microphone can hear my hair flip?
Her hitting the dog?
No.
Your hair hitting the dog?
No, just the hair flip. Just
the hair flip.
Merman pub. Merman. Be faster. We don't have much longer.
No, dude. I just don't know. I mean, like, since Grindr came out and like.
Either way, with those names, I don't think that. I feel like it's just for hookups.
Like when it became popular, though, like when social media started popping off, like Grindr, Tinder, and everything like that, I thought like that sort of thing would be like the next like.
It still is.
No. Like it would be the next like relationship sort of like builder, you know? Instead of like, hey, you're horny, I'm horny, let's fuck type deal. You know, like I thought it'd be like you're looking for someone, I'm looking for someone.
And some people do use it for that.
Oh no.
And no matter what, I feel like that's dating.
I don't mean to put their business out there like that. That's how they met. But like most people, I don't think like they meet that way. You know what I'm saying?
Some do. I definitely.
But some.
It's rare. It's a rarity.
It was gonna be the fucking game changer where it was like homeboy, homegirl. That's just how they meet, or homeboy. Because
it used to be online, like MySpace.
Homegirl. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be the game changer though. Yeah. You know, but at that point I was like in a relationship, so I couldn't like dive deep into like the beginning of like
have
Tinder.
you ever Tindered?
No, never.
It's kind of exciting. Like, it's fucked up though.
Nah,
I didn't like the idea
don't.
of it because like swiping.
You're all about. You're like left.
No,
swipe, left
it's
swipe.
fucked up because these are like I didn't like it because it's like actual people that you're just judging based off of looks.
Dude, I feel well. So hold on. First off, I feel like when it comes to looks, you are like the worst person to like judge someone off their looks.
What do you mean?
Like, you do not fuck with someone's looks. Like, if someone's a great person, you're like, oh, dude, they're like fucking awesome. And I'm like, yeah, but they look like Nosferatu. And you're like, yeah, but they're so great. I'm like, yeah, but they could fucking eat your fucking body alive. They look like Grimace. And you're like, yeah, but they look great. And I'm like, nah, son. But
they're a good person.
if you beat them with a wiffle ball bat for 37 straight hours, they would still not be attracted and be like, yeah, but they're a great person. I'm like, no. You don't want any part of that. And it's fucked up. You just gotta swipe, like, what is it?
That's
rejection, like left? Swipe left on this person.
Yeah, that just seems messed up to me. But anyways, I got sucked into it.
If someone looks like fucking Grimace from the fucking McDonald's commercials, I'm sorry, son. I am sorry, swipe left.
Is,
But no. I thought it was the game changer. Like, legitimately, because I was in a relationship at that time, but like I was very much into technology, and I was like, oh, dude, like these apps are like the fucking game changer of like relationships, because like eHarmony had just coming out, and like those sort of like websites, and it was like decent, like people were like getting along. There was no fucking murders or anything like that. So I was like, dude, these things are the fucking next thing. And then it was just like, oh, everyone's just using them to fuck each other. And I'm like, ah, fuck.
Well, I love how you threw out there was no murders. Has there? I don't think there's been a murder.
Fucking on Tinder?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There's been murders?
Oh my god. 100%.
Really?
Murder on fucking Tinder.
Out on the streets, they call it murder.
Shout out the entire Marley family. Ziggy,
Damien,
Bob.
There's more, but
there's a lot of them.
That was way more creepy than I wanted to sound. That was just my.
That was so good. Oh my god. Yeah, dude. So like that was just my thought. Like I thought like it'd be the fucking game changer. It was not. It was just a fucking horse cycle. And since then, I don't think I've ever been single long enough to like utilize those things. I'm like, you dirty whore, you.
I only like met a few people, like probably 3 people.
Oh, dude, you're fucking stalker.
No, that wasn't off of Tinder.
I thought that was off.
That wasn't off of Tinder. No, we met at fucking what's that Harry Potter bar? It's not that. No.
The bar or the coffee shop?
No, the one downtown. That the Griffin.
That's not fucking Harry Potter.
Well, the Gryffindor. That's why I tried to like get you to think of it because I couldn't think of it at the time. Yeah, but what I was getting to is one of the people out of the 3 that I met off of there. We got in a political fight. It was fun.
Oh my god! Just like
my mom.
Your mom.
I mean, it was all his doing.
Who do you think would win in a fight? Your mom or you?
Oh, that's a draw. I get my passion. Like we both are very
an actual draw. You don't think you can fight your mom?
Nah, because
Son, you don't think
she's very passionate about her beliefs, and I think that I get that through her.
But you think you put boxing gloves on your mom? You put boxing gloves on
You mean an actual fucking fight?
Dude, what the fuck do you think I meant? Like in a verbal conversation?
Of course, because who the fuck fights their mom?
No, I'm
fights their mom.
Hold on, wait, 1 second.
All right, my mom watches all of your videos.
Wait. You said your mom watches all my videos?
Yeah, and your
what
podcast.
The fuck does that?
She listens to your podcast.
Yeah, you actually don't. So the fuck? I'm actually rooting on your mom at this point. So wait. You think hand-to-hand combat, your mom beats you in a fight?
I would never fight my mom.
I'm saying like worst case scenario, like
mom,
she becomes like rabid zombie. She's beating you in a fight, or are you taking her on?
My mom's scrappy. She like, I mean, I have the youth on her, but she's scrappy, man. I don't know.
Dude, all my money is on your mom right now. You are not confident in your abilities at all.
I probably, this is a terrible question. I have so much respect for my mom, and I love her with all my heart.
Ask me who would win, me versus my mom. Ask me.
Your mom.
Ask me.
I don't need.
Ask me that question. Ask me who would win in a fight.
Hey, Marco. Would you or your mother win in a fight?
Me, hands down, that bitch got.
Yeah, well, because she's been in multiple surgeries.
I don't give a.
She has both hip replacements. Like
1 hip replacement. First off.
All right. Well.
She had fucking gallstones. That don't mean shit. I'm just saying, if shit came down, I would fight my mother hand-to-hand combat, 1-on-1, and I would win that shit, son. My genes have to move on to produce the ultimate fighter.
Yeah. All right. Your mom would support that.
100%. She would know.
Cheerily though. I can already see her like sitting across her. I'm like, yeah, all right.
She's like, yeah, nope. He is right. No. He is right. You don't think you can?
I can't imagine.
Dude, I don't know. Like, truthfully, like, as much as I
my mom is very much so, like, just a survivor, like, very, like...
That's the fucked up part, but just, like, I think about you guys, like, Mortal Kombat style, like, fighting each other, and I'm like, Sarah, whoop that ass, but also at the same time, I'm like, Janie, you can't let your fucking kid whoop that ass, though. Like, you gotta fucking represent, son.
She would represent.
Yeah, and then you just fucking... not know what the fuck to do. Just getting your ass whooped.
Probably. That's honestly how it would probably end up.
Yeah. That's alright. I love you.
What can I say? I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Nah, that's bullshit. That's whack.
Shut up.
It's whack as shit.
It's never whack. I mean... I feel like you should be a lover and a fighter. You should fight for what you love.
You should fight.
Oh, everybody. I like that. I'm trademarking that.
What was it?
I said I'm a lover, but I'm... What is it?
Yeah,
I'm a lover, but a fighter, but I will fight for what I love. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's been said, but...
That's a fucking...
bumper sticker.
It's a bumper sticker on some feminist, like... car.
Why does it have to be feminist?
Because it's on a fucking like Ford Volt.
Are you getting sexist?
Yeah. No. Only because I saw a Ford Volt the other day, or like literally tonight, and I was like, "Yo, those tires are way too small for that car." And I was like, "Dude, just fucking change it out." And I just pulled into the spot, and I was like, "All right, for sure." Yeah, you need thick tires. Stop driving bitch ass cars Hybrids are where to go. I think
that's
so.
the
Now I'm gonna
future.
actually start looking into electronical cars, because I think it's gonna be more efficient in the long term. And your car's a piece of shit. My car is the ultimate piece of shit.
You want to get rid? Oh, okay, thank you.
No. I was saying like your car's a piece of shit, but like my car is like the ultimate piece of shit.
Look at the little baby.
Dude, fuck that dog. I'd fight that dog in like 2 swings.
You already do.
That dog don't know what's up.
She's so sweet. Sometimes. But yeah. Fuel efficient cars, electronic cars. The future.
The future.
As humans need to take better care of our planet. That would be nice.
In the future, if there was a clone of me versus a clone of you, who do you think would win in a fight?
Me.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm way more flexible.
That's true. You're not that flexible, though.
Oh, but I am.
Nah, son.
If I stretch more, I can be at my full. I can be at my full lung capacity.
Her vagina bone is not that flexible. It's not.
My pelvic.
Vagina bone.
Why are you talking about my vagina bone?
Your pelvic bone, not as flexible.
Listen.
Ha. All right, so this is the end of my.
Is it really gonna be called that?
My wife's favorite podcast.
Yeah.
Unless you got a better name.
I don't.
So this is the end of the first episode of my wife's favorite podcast, because she's in it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and then you get to see it, and then be it, and then
subscribe it. Is that a thing? I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's a thing. But like, anything you want to say to the people?
Be positive. You're beautiful. You're loved, and that's all.
That sucks dick. What'd you say? Be positive? Be negative? What else did you say? Don't suck dick. Also suck way more dick. What else did you say?
I'm not gonna feed into this. Yeah.
Yeah. You do
do
finger guns? Yeah, we'll do it.
Oh,
God damn it.
Come here. Oh, we're not there yet. Oh. Come here, face. You're so hard. Just to get all of your anger out.
No, you actually slapped me pretty hard on that one.
I still feel like the tingling.
So dramatic, dude.
Love your spouse. Do not abuse them.
Don't abuse them unless it's part of a handshake.
Yeah, that's a long time.
How do you feel going? You just went an hour on microphone. It's easy, right?
Yeah.
It's not so bad. I feel like you always like hella judged us on what we did, but like
I was honestly scared of what you talked about and what I would hear.
Talked about sex.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the second episode. The sex episode. What does he want? Oh, okay. Easy.